There are so many online fitness routines, so many workouts, options, instructors. It's really hard to keep track. And if you're like me, you like to be able to mix up your workouts. Maybe some days I want cardio. Maybe I want to be led through a stretch, something that I honestly don't do enough of. And some days I want to hit the weights. Like today, I used my Mossa On Demand app and did a 30-minute weight training workout at my gym. I just propped my phone up, used the weights I had, and I was good to go. I only had a little bit of time, and then I was out of there. Mossa On Demand makes it easy. You can check out Mossa On Demand. They have over 300 plus growing workouts. You are going to absolutely devour these because they have them for every single schedule. You have 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. You can do it all, and they are all driven by music and amazing coaches. You don't always need weights. You can choose body weight workouts. You can do something that is more meditative and mindful, or you can do something more cardio centric, or even something like kickboxing. Podcast listeners get 30 days for free on top of an already 14-day trial with coupon code HOTTERTHANHEALTH30. Again, so after a 44-day trial with code HOTTERTHANHEALTH30, you can get this for just $9.99 per month. Again, these are workouts for every single body type, any type of goal, any type of routine that you have or that you're trying to establish. Going to mossaondemand.net and using the code HOTTERTHANHEALTH30 will get you in the door and get you 44 days to set and establish a healthy habit with fitness, workouts, and just honestly having a variety of different movements so that you never get bored and you can really get your routine going and structured. It's for every schedule, every body. It's enjoyable. I know you will love it. You can check out Mossa On Demand, MOSSA on demand.net. Mossa On Demand for code HOTTERTHANHEALTH30. You will absolutely love it. Let us know how you like it. Welcome to the Hotter Than Health podcast, a plant-dominant podcast for those looking to expand and elevate their lives. Each week, we will bring you provocative conversations and topics, entertaining interviews, and some of the biggest names in health and wellness to answer your burning questions. You will leave each episode with tangible tips and takeaways and understand what it truly means to live an energized and optimized life. Hello. Today's episode is brief. I'm going to try and keep it under 10 minutes because, let's be honest here, it's better than nothing. And if we're being completely transparent, which we always are, it's also dependent on advertisers. Advertisers are committed to having 4 episodes out per month, and I am looking outside and a woman stole our garbage can. All right. Not necessarily my garbage can. I'm staying at a friend's house right now. And like I mentioned last week, we are in the throes of life transition. Things are honestly just, it feels again like the snow globe has been shaken, but I am feeling okay. Nobody asked. All right, let's get into today's episode. Like I mentioned, it's going to be brief. We'll have maybe 10 minutes. I wanted to touch on consistency. This is something that every nutritionist, every trainer, anyone in a health and wellness space, profession, anyone who is trying to lose weight, anyone who's trying to gain muscle, anyone who's trying to set up a habit, anyone who is trying to accomplish anything, success in business, more financial freedom, savings, getting out of debt, consistency is going to be your best friend. And when I say best friend, I mean it in the sense of you're going to fight sometimes. You're not going to want to be around that person sometimes, but you know, in the grand scheme of things, it adds value to your life. It's better. It's helping you get to your goals. And overall, it's a good thing. It's just sometimes 10% of the time, maybe 40% of the time, you're not going to want to do it. Do you want to take money out of your paycheck every single month and put it away? No, I'm sure you'd rather spend it or buy a plane ticket or do whatever. Pay off some of your credit card debt. we don't want to always put things into savings because that's not exciting. That's not fun. The word consistency is not sexy. It is not fun. It is not new age. It's not trendy. It really is just the magic. People ask for the magic pill all the time, and that is it. And it is the simplest yet most complex idea there is. The reason I wanted to speak about consistency today is because, one, it's something that is pertinent to all of our lives. It is also something that made me realize, or I was in the mindset of it today. I had no idea what I wanted to talk about, and every fiber of my being said, let's just record this tomorrow. It'll come out a day late. That'll be fine. But here's what I know. My Instagram at ElizaG_wellness, don't even bother looking for it because it has been fully hacked through. Everyone has sent me links to try and get it unhacked, to try and get Instagram to listen. I have followed every protocol I can find online. I've been on YouTube. I've emailed people. And finally, I found someone who sent me an email or gave me the email of someone who works at Meta, who even knows if this will happen. But overall, Eliza G. Wellness is not, it's not alive. It's not awake right now. It's not alert. She's hibernating. And we are just using the Hotter Than Health podcast Instagram. And those who follow me on Instagram, those who don't, or anyone who just listens to Hotter Than Health knows it comes out on Thursday. People expect that. Advertisers expect it. Listeners expect it. I expect it of myself 3 years ago. You all know I started the podcast 6 years ago. But at that point, I was just trying to figure out what the hell I was doing, trying to figure out my editing software, what I was going to do for graphics. I was trying to figure out the branding and the formatting. And all of that was great, but when it gets down to it, that was honestly only happening 2 or 3 times per month. Sometimes it was on a Tuesday. I was trying to figure out what day worked best for downloads. All of that. It wasn't as consistent. 3 years ago, when we started having advertisers and I started to really sink my teeth into it even more and realizing, okay, this is something I really want to grow. This is something I want to stick with. This is something that I want to be a part of my life. I don't want it to just be, I fell off. It was fun for a while, because people create podcasts all the fucking time and do one season, or they do 20 episodes, 50 episodes, and then they just call it quits. But 3 years ago, I decided I want to commit to this. The only way that this is going to have any kind of traction or success or make a difference in any way is, for me personally, if I stay consistent. If I'm going out of town and I'm not going to have my podcasting equipment with me, and I know that during that time I'm not going to want to be recording on my phone and uploading it or sending it to an editor, I'm going to do 2 the week before. Or I'm going to record a really brief one and make sure that at least something is in there. It's the same as workouts. Not every single workout has to be a perfect workout, crush it, reach a certain number of calories, reach a step goal in order to be effective. If you put the pressure on yourself to only have a 10 out of 10 episode, workout, meal, then that pressure is going to deter you from consistency. The goal is not to be 10 out of 10 every time, but to strive for 10 out of 10 every single time. And that means I know that this might not be the world's greatest episode. This might not be something that hits and gets 1 million downloads and whatever it is, but it will resonate because I hope it shows that the hardest part of anything you're trying to be consistent with is showing up. Every ounce of me did not want to record this today. I said, okay, I'm just going to get out my equipment. There's 2 pieces of equipment. It's always the easiest things that seem to be the most challenging when you're coming up against some type of resistance. The resistance for me today was I still haven't showered. It is 1:45, trained a client, trained myself, got up early, made a healthy breakfast. I had a couple hours of computer work, and then I had to go back to the studio, couple hours of computer work, which is where I am now. And then I have a 4:00 client, need to be there at 3:30. And then I have my little sister program, going to spend time with her tonight at 4 or 5:30 until 7:30. So that's kind of my day. And then I want to wind down, be able to make a healthy dinner. Overall, it's a lot of back and forth today. It's a lot of movement, but I knew that I was thinking, okay, well, this is the perfect day for me to have an excuse. Okay, I'm not going to do it. Had I said, I'll just record this tomorrow, I would have maybe not done that. I would have potentially said, okay, well, I'll just do 2 mini episodes next week. It's easy to push it off. The more excuses you allow yourself, the more you will lean into those excuses and the more you'll try and justify it and make yourself feel better. All of this is to say, if you're, it's 1:45 on Wednesday, usually this comes out on Thursday. If you are one of those people who is trying to get consistent, trying to get into a workout routine or getting into eating healthy, shoot for 10 out of 10, knowing good and well that you're likely only going to get 10 out of 10, 30 or 40% of the time. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be sexy, but showing up, continuing to do the work, even if that means a 10-minute walk, even if that means, okay, you don't have music, you don't have anything to track your calories, you don't have anyone telling you what to do, you get down on the floor, you do 10 push-ups, 10 jumping jacks, 10 squats, do that for 5 rounds. It's something. Something is always better than nothing. And the way you will feel about yourself is going to be tenfold more confident day after day. Again, this is like savings account. This is like a savings account where this confidence that you'll build from showing up and being consistent for yourself, it is compounded interest. Warren Buffett is not, he was not a millionaire overnight. He really didn't reach most of his success until the very later years of his life after he had been smart, he had been diligent, consistent, reading books every single day, putting into savings every single day, doing research on what stocks and what portfolios to work on, and now he's one of the richest men in the entire world. And it all came from little bits over time that compounded and made something great. Okay. I said this was going to be short. I meant it. While I'm here, I don't mean to brag, but it is 75 degrees outside and I'm in an old Charleston home that is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely stunning. I'm overlooking a bunch of carriage rides. I know we have opinions about the carriage rides, but I'm just letting you know my reality. Lots of horses pulling buggies with tourists all over the place, and it's great. We're a 3-minute walk from Colonial Lake. It's just the most amazing space, and the windows are huge, and the room that I'm standing in has so much natural light, and I'm actually sweating in this room because the sun is just beating down on me, but I don't want it to stop. I love it so much. In fact, this is a day where I'm actually drinking water with some ice in it. Normally, I'm a room temperature kind of girl, but today I said, oh my God, this is just the perfect day to have some Organifi Reds powder. So right now, it's like I said, about 1:50 in the afternoon, and I want my energy to be maintained, but I don't want caffeine and I don't want to eat anything sugary. I'm not that hungry. I just had lunch. So I'm sipping on Organifi Red juice, and it is a beet-based, beautiful, fruity flavored powdered drink that is supplemental to any type of healthy lifestyle. I like to do it with a little bit of ice in a mason jar, mix it around in 32 ounces of water, and it really is the most refreshing, almost effervescent without bubbles. It's a nice, light, fruity, yet earthy, grounding beverage. And if you are someone who likes a pick-me-up in the middle of the day, but you're also working on hydrating more, this is the beverage for you. You can go to Organifi.com/HTH and use the code HTH, or just use that link, Organifi.com/HTH, for 20% off of any order. I'm obsessed with their protein powder. I love their greens juice, and I consume that every single day. And then, of course, the Red. You can't go wrong with these products. They are the highest quality. They are something that I trust blindly. I'm sorry, not blindly. I would trust any of these products without a doubt, and I hope that you all trust my recommendation. We're not hawking BS over here, but consistency is the name of the game. And I hope that if you are having a day where you lack motivation, if you are lacking motivation and lacking direction, lacking anything in your fitness, nutrition, what can you do right this minute? What can you do this afternoon, today, to reach just reach for the 10 out of 10 knowing that you might not hit it today. That is okay. I promise you, you will always feel better if you commit to yourself. Confidence will get higher. Results will seem to appear much faster, and you'll feel better overall. And I'm going to get off my soapbox now and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. Just kidding. I'm going to be on my computer for a while, but at least the view is nice. And I will talk to you all next Thursday.